I'm going to use this golf towel as a training aid to help you improve the sequencing and the pivot between your arms and your body throughout the golf swing. If you watch much golf on the TV, you've probably seen plenty of golfers, tour players, using this type of drill where they place a towel under their arms. The idea here is quite simple: to improve the connection between the arms and the body, the sequencing of that entire motion throughout the backswing, downswing and follow through, and ultimately try to control the excessive forces that exist in the golf swing. Without the towel, the arms can really go wherever they want to. They often become quite unruly, both in the backswing, tending to lift excessively, and then in the follow through, you'll see a lot of golfers whose arms start to flex and then chicken wing and lift off their body again. That's often a sign that they're not controlling those golf swing forces that I was just referring to. So putting the towel under your arms encourages you to start to control some of those forces and sequence the pivots of your swing. I would encourage you to start out relatively small with this exercise, pitching wedge or a short iron to start with. This is an 8 iron. And within the Hack Motion app, you can even just practice the transition drill from backswing to downswing. And also the one that I really like with this towel drill is the release drill, sometimes referred to as the 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock drill. Just starting out really slowly, sequencing and synchronizing those arms, the body, and the club. That's a pretty small swing and relatively easy to control. I don't feel like I'm having to really keep this towel under my arms. I'm not forcing it to stay there. It's doing so relatively easily because the swing is quite small. If you find that to be the case, if you find the small swings easy to do, then you can begin to ramp up the speed. Feeling like you're squeezing the towel against your chest, that's an important part of this drill. It's not just to hold the towel there or place it there and then forget about it. Actively squeezing or holding the arms against your body will improve your ability to do this drill, particularly as the speed starts to increase. So that may have been the little small drill to start with. Now I'm going to go a little further back and a little further through. Now there's a little bit more of a sense that I'm having to work a bit harder to keep hold of this towel. The forces at play in the swing are increasing. Effectively, the speed is increasing, and with it, I need to have more skill, more ability to hold on to this towel. Otherwise, what will happen is the arms will get thrown off the body and the towel will get dropped. So really the progression here is to start out small, relatively small club as I said to start with, pitching wedge is fine. Begin with the smallest swings, the 9 to 3 style drill, and then progress gradually up as you increase the speed and lengthen the swing, all the way to the point where you should find you're able to get pretty close to full speed. And to show you how you can incorporate your Hack Motion training into the towel drill, you could look at that release drill I was talking about. We can open up the release drill inside the Hack Motion app. I'm going to start the drill. I'm using an 8 iron here. As I said, you really can start this with a very small club because the swing is not very long. You're not going to get a great deal of speed or power into this shot and therefore not much height. So starting with a wedge is a good place to begin with this. So I'm going to take my setup. The app's going to walk me through the stages. I've got the towel under my arms. I feel like I'm holding onto it, and the drill is designed to take me on this short swing. So 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Okay, told me I had the wrist just a fraction extended there. And I think that's an important and interesting observation because a lot of people aren't aware of how their wrists really need to work in that downswing phase towards impact. And what you'll often find with this exercise is that you need to really add more shaft lean than you think you need to do. I'm going to do another small one. So small swing back, turning everything through together. That time I got the range that I was looking for, and I did so by actively adding more flexion to my lead wrist as I was hitting the ball. That takes time to develop that understanding and skill, and it's really only possible to do it with these slow swings. Having the towel under your arms ensures that you're doing the right body and arm sequence and pivot, and that you're not really cheating to get the correct result here, which a lot of times people will do. So squeeze the towel, small backswing, 9 o'clock, small follow through, 3 o'clock, it would be the distance I'd tell you to go through, and then gradually, progressively increase the speed, keeping the towel in place and continuing to get the right feedback in terms of the shaft lean that you're looking to deliver at impact.